Alright, here's the Peugeot 408 going down mountain roads. You know, I am really amazed with this car, as in how the French or Peugeot got the concept correct. You know, a lot of attempts have been made to create a car that has sort of an SUV ride height but retains the sedan or wagon form factor. Many attempts have been made, and the first example that we've seen, probably there are earlier ones, but you know, like the Subaru Outback, right? I mean, those cars, yes, they're early in their concept, but largely they are jacked up station wagons, right? They are no different from a sedan with a lifter kit installed. But cars that blend the in-between of a wagon and an SUV, like a crossover kind of form factor, with the ride height and all that, right? You see the, of course, there's the HRV, there's the CHR and all that kind of cars, but those are trying to sell you the SUV proposition while they produce a smaller version, a cut cost version. Okay, so they are trying to trick consumers into believing they are buying an SUV. But these are different. These are trying to let consumers feel that they are buying a low-riding, sporty car, but it actually comes with the benefits of an SUV without the clunkiness and clumsiness of SUV. Meaning, these cars are not trying to pretend to be SUVs. Alright? They are trying to show you something that is not the standard proposition that you would have thought, you know. So you see, the first correct attempt that I see is from the BMW 5 Series Gran Turismo, right? That came out in 2009 or 2010, you know, with a weird thing. Like I mentioned in a lot of my videos, right? The key differences between a standard car that has been jacked up versus an SUV is the proportions of the window area, and from the window line to the top of the wheel arch. How big is that space? On SUVs, it's a lot taller. From your wheel arch to your window line is a lot taller. It gives the car a lot more room inside, right? That's an SUV. But that's why jacking up a sedan doesn't do the job, because inside, from your floor to ceiling height, is still the same, regardless of how much they jack up the car. So space-wise, it's still the same thing. However, these type of cars, you can see significantly that the wheel arch to window line area is a lot taller, so it creates more room inside the car, and your relationship with your sitting position, with where the window line is and where the roof line is, all this, right? Many brands have tried to hit or strike a balance, and so far I think this attempt by Peugeot is the best yet, because visually from outside it is very clear that it doesn't look like an SUV, it doesn't look like a sedan. It's just a damn good looking Dakar kind of sporty vehicle from the outside. The rake of the rear windscreen, the angle of it, everything, Peugeot just hit it perfect in this car. I would say that this car made the 508 redundant. The supposed to be larger Peugeot 508 has been entirely made redundant by this car. In fact, this car looks so good. If you park this car next to a Lamborghini Urus, alright, take out the badges, of course, now we know this is a Peugeot, we know that's a Lamborghini, and most people, when faced with the comparison of a 20,000 euro car versus a 200,000 euro car, automatically everyone would think the 200,000 one is prettier looking, right? I mean, the Urus is not ugly at all. And of course, I've driven the Urus, I've sat inside it. It's way higher quality, you know, way bigger, way nicer and everything. But just from design standpoint alone, I would argue this car looks better than the Urus. This car actually has that kind of unique proportion, which the Urus can't, because the Urus is built from the Audi, is built from the Porsche Cayenne, is built from the Audi Q7, Q8, is also built from the Volkswagen Touareg. So it has a fixed platform, right? And this car looks really, really good. It looks more expensive than what its insides suggest, because the moment you come inside, even though it's still beautiful, you can tell that the screen, the touch screen, uses a slower processor, right? There is less soundproofing coming from the engine into the cabin. There are more hard plastics here and there, but for the price that this car is selling, it is certainly better and more interesting than a standard, you know, Civic or Corolla, for that matter, right? So it's a nice car. It's a nice car. How does it drive? So far, it's nice. I mean, it's a French car. You see, you have all this jerkiness with the turbo boosting, and then suddenly just pushing you out. All these hallmarks of what cheap cars will do and premium cars won't. Even though as a premium car, the W205 used to do that, the Mercedes W205, the previous generation Mercedes-Benz C-Class. That's why we as car journalists hated that car so much. Even though it's beautiful, a lot of people bought them. The dashboard is beautiful. It's just the way, the pairing of the engine and the gearbox that just, you know, just jerks and then holds back you and all that. It doesn't provide a comfortable ride. But this kind of thing in a non-premium car, most of the time is acceptable. Let me drive it a little bit more, because we're going downhill, and you know, when it detects it's going downhill, it will start to hold back the gear shifts and all that, right? But so far the turn-ins are very eager. The car turns in eagerly, and there's no sign of like, oh, heavy front end and then not willing to turn, and then probably it may understeer. But these days I also noticed one thing: a lot of modern cars, right, they're very good in hiding deficiencies of their handling characteristics. They are very good in hiding it from initial driving. That means at low speeds, you're not pressing the car too much, and initially you do some turns and all that, and it's like, wow, the car feels very sporty, very nice. But then as you pick up speed or push the car a bit more towards the limit, everything falls apart, which I'm not sure yet. Okay, like the C-Class I drove up the hill this morning, it is a heavy car. It's a plug-in hybrid with an extended battery that goes up to 100 kilometers. The batteries are so huge, but when you drive the car, initial turn in and all that, the car feels very agile, very sporty, until you push it to a, you know, you give it the beans, not give it the beans as in full throttle, but you just push it towards its limit, right? Then you feel the weight of the battery come crashing down towards your balanced driving, you know. It just suddenly, whoa, shifts the weight balance, and then you have to manage it. See, this car turns really well, drives really well. I love the ride height. It has almost the same ride height as a Toyota Harrier, but it doesn't look as boring as that. Oh, that's the Avanza this morning that I mentioned. This person knows what he's doing. Yeah, he's a regular here. Very sure he's a regular here. Yeah, that's the benefit, you see. That's how, after doing that turn, braking and all that, right, the car just doesn't know which gear to go back into, you know. And that's on the judgment of it going downhill. We'll see when we reach flatter areas. But so far, the ride height of the car gives me the confidence to rummage through stuffs. Of course, this is not my car. Oh, you see again, that's the gear shift. It just holds there, and then the turbo spools up, and then it just push in a violent manner, and then it upshifts. It's like, what's going on? Yeah, it should be able to carry speed, which it doesn't. Okay, these two guys here. Is there a gap for me to go in the middle? No lah. Let's not be that aggressive. So easy to drive fast because of the ride height. So on roads that, you know, that are bumpier, that are with more undulation, every time after the speed bump, the car just went into a sort of like a limp mode. Very nice turn in. Oh, very good car, man. Oh, very, very good car. For what it is, think about it. You will get the same handling even if you spend 140,000 on the base one, 140 over 1,000 on the base one. This, of course, is a test drive unit. It's the one with all the bells and whistles, 190 over 1,000. But you will get the same engine, the same gearbox, the same handling, the same structure of the car. Basically, if you get the 140 over 1,000 one. But of course, you don't get the same seats. You don't get navigation, Android Auto and all that. You don't get the panoramic roof and all that, right? But it's not like, oh, you spend less, you get McPherson struts, and then if you spend more, you get double wishbones. No, it's not like that, okay? With this ride height and a very controlled and properly set up suspension, this car can be a lot faster in the real world than a lot of cars that are supposed to be faster than it, purely because of the ride height and the compliant suspension. Okay, I applied moderate brakes just now while I'm doing a turn. The car handled the weight transfer pretty well. And these two policemen, are you okay? You fall asleep, Huh? You fall asleep or you fainted? Okay, you sleep. Okay, enjoy your sleep. Alright. See, I can be driving like that and my son is sleeping, so that tells a lot about not bad at this car. Okay, it's just the every time after a speed bump, what's going on with the throttle? Very nice. I like driving this more than the C-Class on roads like this. That's the difference between a car that is electronically managed versus a car that is inherently tuned with intuitive handling. The French are always good at this. Peugeot, Renault, they are always good at this. This car is set up by people who knows B-road driving, and the agility of the car is intuitive, unlike the Mercedes-Benz that I drove this morning, which does it well enough, but you can tell it's electronically, artificially managed. Yeah. Beautiful handling. For a car that rides like an SUV, can you imagine this? This car is doing this kind of stuff. Very beautiful. Beautiful handling. Very nice. Of course, the drivetrain could be better. I mean, if it has a 8-speed ZF, no need. Just give me a Mazda 2.5 with a Skyactiv transmission and this kind of body control and ride height. I would have enjoyed it so much. Get out of my way. I'm faster than you. I have to be careful of this biker. I have to take care of him. He's enjoying it, it's alright, and he's not panicking that I am near him, so it's alright. And I back off just to not put him into any dangerous situation. So he's a good biker, but be careful still. Alright? Very nice. Very nice. Lovely. But it's also the kind of car whereby don't go overboard, because at the end of the day, it is still a big car. Alright? Unlike a sports car, you still can save yourself when you are driving in a situation whereby you need some sudden steering action or heavy braking, you know, to get out of situations, and the car will still be under control. I don't think a car like this, you know, with a big body, presumably not lightweight at all, okay, and doesn't have performance brakes, you know, high performance tires and all that, and or the kind of high tech stuff that can save you in certain situations. Okay, so don't go overboard. At the end of the day, it is still not a small car. It is not a small car. Okay. See, this is the type of car and the type of driving situations where you might overheat your brakes. Yeah. So, very good job, Peugeot. Very, very good job. Nice car. Very, very nice car. There are a lot of turns that I may look like I'm going fast, but I'm actually easing in the brakes a little bit, then let go, let it cool down. You know, I use the brakes very, very minutely, or yeah, I don't use it a lot. Very nice, very nice. Beautiful car. You see, going downhill from Genting, right, involves a lot of speed bumps, a lot of roads that are not smooth and all that, right? That's the thing. In this kind of situation, cars like this is a lot faster. It's just a lot faster than the low-riding sports cars or whatnot, right? Because it just rummages over everything, goes over everything, and the ride comfort of this car also gives you a lot of confidence, and the correct amount of body roll helps us gauge, you know, where are we. That is also a very, very important thing. You see, I feel that, you see, the throttle response, every time after a speed bump, the gear, I don't know what the car is doing, it just goes into like a wait for me mode. Wait for me, bro, wait for me. Yeah. Come on. The turbo lags is there. But I like the front end of this car. The front end is very well done. Very, very well done. Well done. Beautiful car, Peugeot. You did well. Very good front end. Audi should learn how to do front wheel drive cars from Peugeot. So nice. So nice. And the seating position is perfect as well. See, immediately I can forgive what the car did after the speed bump, right? The turbo spool up, the lag, the delay and all that. Yeah, shit brakes. Yeah, these are shit brakes. So, same like Mazda, you want to build SUVs, you want to give it enough power and really good brakes, really good handling. don't pair it with shit brakes, right? I think the brakes, yeah, the brakes are shit. Okay, so buy this car, enjoy it, throw away the brakes, get some high performance brakes, change your brake lines, change it to steel braided hoses, and you'll have a fun time driving this car. You will enjoy it so much. Alright, and the rest of the car, a lot, I mean, way better built than Peugeots of yore in terms of interior. Previous Peugeots, right, the designers design flamboyant, very flamboyant designs, and you know, very out of this world kind of dashboard layout and all that, even though they are very, very practical to use, a lot of cubby spaces. The fact is, when they bring the design over to the engineering team, who was supposed to work with either suppliers or whatnot to figure out the fittings. What does it mean? You know, you see, when you manufacture a dashboard, right, it can't be a single piece. A single piece means you cannot optimize different variations of equipments, like certain region with larger screens, smaller screens, certain region with options of installing speakers. Some doesn't have, some would be different trim level and all that. You need the dashboard to come in different pieces, right? For maintenance purposes. Sometimes you have to remove this panel to change the stereo unit. Sometimes you need to remove this panel to install a tweeter or whatnot, right? All these kind of engineering designs on how to have different pieces of the dashboard come together, fit together. That part has always been Peugeot's weakness, right? In the previous generation, 3008, 5008 and all that, right? You see very nice design, or the 308, but you can see the conjoining lines of two pieces of dashboard, right, exposed outside, which is something that the Germans are very good at. Audi is very, very good at that, right? Audi, you cannot find where did these two pieces clip together. And even if you found it, there wouldn't be any sharp edges, which Mercedes-Benz was pretty poor at. You can find their conjoining places, the molding lines, and then they are sharp, right? Audi is the best in the business in doing that. So the previous Peugeots, you see some lines running across the dashboard, some lines in the middle of the armrest, you know, and then you can feel the two pieces, the gap there. So this generation, this one, very, very good. Very, very good. I think they've done really well, up to the standards of the Germans. Not in actually even material use. I mean, these days German cars also cut a lot of costs in the material that they use. Yep. So, oh, look at the bus, so aggressive. So many buses crash in Genting and this guy still drives like that. Horrible. Horrible. He's supposed to only go 90 km/h and he's going 110 now on the corner, high speed, in the middle of the highway. Some more coming out to the fast lane, which is illegal for buses to come out to the overtaking lane. Absolutely illegal. So who is this? VBS 3689, 10 AM on a Saturday morning, 21st. Is it 21st? Yeah, 21st of September. LA holidays. What an ass, the way he drives. I don't even dare to go near him. Fucker. How many accidents already we have in Harab? That idiot still drives like that. Anyway. Yep, that's the end of my video. Yeah, if only the transmission and engine pairing is as good as that. But different company, different strategy. Mazda has maintained naturally aspirated engine strategy, And generally speaking, naturally aspirated engines are easier to tune in terms of drivetrain pairing, right? Because they don't have turbo lags, right? But Peugeot is also that they have stick to this engine, this basic recipe, 1.6 turbocharged engine, 4-cylinder recipe for the past 16 years. And of course, the first few years they had immense trouble over the reliability of this drivetrain, but they did not throw it away. They stick to it and keep on improving it. So the expected reliability of this car will be really high. And I heard it is now an Aisin gearbox, which is a Toyota gearbox, ergo indestructible gearbox, same like the ZF 8-speed. Alright? If you are thinking of buying this car, go ahead. Previously, I tell people to just buy the base variant, save the 50,000. But sometimes I have different thoughts, because for 50,000, you get the highest spec seats, massage seats, and the focal sound system, panoramic roof, and better looking wheels, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, adaptive cruise control, radar and all that, which for 50,000 is a bargain. So go ahead. I think this is a winner. Anyone who is intrigued by this current generation 408, I would say go ahead and buy it. I don't think the resale value will be as bad as the previous generation 308, 508. Solely given the fact that this is now a very unique form factor, an extremely good looking car, and if Stellantis did well in their after sales service and all that, everything should come off good. Okay, yeah, I like the car and it's a bargain. You know, earlier on I said that whoever is thinking of buying the Peugeot 408, right, just buy the lowest spec one, because it's like 50,000 ringgit difference. But now that I'm looking at this unique color, this rim, these LED headlights, panoramic roof, is such a beautiful car. And I know that the top spec has the ADAS system, premium sound system, leather seats. Thank you! The owner unlocked for me. May I? No, you won't interrupt me. You can go ahead and put your... I can help you. Put it inside. Such a beautiful car. It is such a beautiful car. Leather on top. I mean, we've seen the design and all that. Oh, you need to start the car first, right? Very hot, right? No, yeah. No. I don't want to interrupt you. Huh? I help you put the bag inside. Okay, I demo ma, can. I think there must be a button somewhere, right? Or use leg kick also can, right? Oh, the boot is huge, way. This boot is as big. Wait, it's slightly bigger. It's slightly taller. Okay, almost that of the Audi RS6 boot. Audi RS is probably wider, but this is taller, definitely taller inside, and slightly less deep than the RS6. Of course, for this price point, all these are hard plastics, but it's well molded, right? You get this to drop the seats. You can hook your bags here, both sides. There's a pass-through over there. You can remove the parcel if you want more storage, and you get a powered boot. I'll help you start the car, then you get aircon. Such a beautiful car, the 408. Seriously, well built, the shape is nice. And this is 190,000. Alright, obviously not the entry 140k, but you get the proper seats, you know, seat adjustments and all that. Very nice. 1.6 litre, 200-ish horsepower, touch infotainment, Physical buttons here, volume control there. Get a, what is that? A wireless charger even? Wow. Wait, 2 wireless chargers? Probably 1, but this is a deep compartment inside. USB-C ports. The plastics are good build quality. Drive mode selector. Oh, the gear shifter is recessed, so it doesn't have something poke out, which is nice. Metal finishing is good. Focal premium sound system. Panoramic roof that can be open. Touch points are covered in leather. Very nice car. Oh, there's 3D effect. Whoa. The 3D effect on the speedo cluster. Very unique. And then small, tiny steering wheel. So in terms of long distance driving, right, you can rest your arms here and you can reach out here and your arms are comfortable. Your shoulder you won't be contracting your shoulder muscle and all that. Yeah. Small. Oh, there are lights inside. Wow, they're putting a lot of effort in the car. A lot of effort in the car. Now from outside it looks like a big car. From inside, okay, the front. Oh, oops. Oh, nice. Wow, the legroom is. My gosh, that is. Okay, the seat base is actually smaller, so it's suitable for kids. That's why you get a lot of legroom. USB-C ports here, compartment here, hard plastics. Alright. Little bit sharp, but not. Okay, it is a little bit sharp. But this is a 140,000 ringgit car, not a 250,000 ringgit car. Very nice. Alcantara. Ingress is easy. Very nice. So guys, buy the top spec. Yeah, very nice. I just realized there's massage seat in this car. Come in. Yeah, that's the owner, Baldwin. This is his 3rd Peugeot. 4th Peugeot. But you also have a Volvo.
Yes.
You also have a Kia. You also have a Proton.
Yes.
You also have a Mercedes.
And Abarth.
And a Fiat Abarth.
And an Alfa Romeo.
And an Alfa Romeo 147. Yeah, he has 9 cars.
Yes.
Evil Club people. Yo.
Yes. So you have all the fancy.
A proper massage mechanism behind it.
Yes.
You know now some cars, right? They make use of the lumbar to pretend it's massage. So
Oh.
the lumbar push out, back in, up and down, push out, back in, up and down.
To pretend like a massage.
And then the Mercedes A-Class, right? They use your seat adjustment. So to like you say you're tired or whatnot, right? The seat will move slightly up and down like that.
Just to.
Yeah, just to give you some movement. But this is nice way.
Wish it like cooling though instead of heating.
Oh,
With the one.
oh, if it has
Half
heating,
legs.
if it's like cooling, would be nicer.
Yes.
But it's proper massage. And for
there's still-
both,
Yeah.
it's not just the driver; it's for driver and passenger. And I just noticed this the 3D effect, the parallax effect like that. Like, wow, gimmick but cool ah.
Yeah. I love how there's still tactile volume keys, still like
Right?
aircon, so you can use your voice control. At least it's still physical.
Like what Thomas' father was mentioning yesterday. He said now he drive right, he need to put his arm down and hold the steering wheel like that instead of like that. Like that, right? His shoulder muscle will tense up over long distance.
Actually, I got one thing I want to say about the steering. Like, despite all the gripes about it, right?
Yep.
They've intended it to sit low. If
Yep.
you still can't look over, then you put your seat higher.
Yep. Yep.
The workaround, or you can adjust the steering.
Yeah.
I think it's fixed. Right?
It's actually much better.
Yes.
A smaller steering wheel where you look over
And
the
your arms can
speedo.
actually relax slower.
Yes, instead of holding up like that.
Yes.
And then over long distance, enduro drivers, you know, you get stiff shoulder. And the sound system, I bet, is very good. The Focal sound system. Yo, what a nice car. Oh, premium stuff.
There are still hard plastics down there, but
Okay
who
lah.
goes around driving a car like touching
Hey,
hard
Mercedes
plastic?
EQE, right? From this level below, all hard plastic. All hard plastic.
And finally, a glove box that is
Covered in felt. Big enough. Oh, finally. They moved the fuse box away.
no, the fuse box is still inside, but somehow they managed to squeeze more space.
They realize people need the glove box. See, like these are hard plastics, but these are proper, nice stuff. Of course, that one is hard lah. Right?
They're
The
nice
doors
to
here.
disguise some plastics.
This is not the worst type.
Oh, that was? I thought it's bad enough.
No, there are worse ones. You see the line inside you press your, you see inside your door bin, right?
Yeah.
That's the molding line, ma. See, this one is not sharp one. It's okay. It's not super sharp. Some are like really pin sharp.
Edges and all that.
Yeah. Oh, very nice. Goodbye.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
That's Baldwin. Yep. Nice car, bro.
Thank you.
Fuyo. Yeah, more people should trust Peugeot. I mean, I didn't. They admit it also lah. Previously, the 2010, 2012 era. Yeah, but the thing is that they've stuck with the same engine ever since. So very proven now. But this gearbox is
Aisin.
Aisin. Okay. Aisin 8-speed. Oh, nice. Wow, they really put money. Aisin 8-speed. Yeah. Nice. Yep. Very, very nice car. One of the best car to buy now. And look at the profile. So good looking. What a beautiful profile. Sorry for the cone there. The ride height. Super nice. And you don't get the lumpiness of an SUV. Beautiful execution. I think this one also rendered the 508 pointless when you have this car. What a great successor to the 408. 408 used to be like a stepchild of Peugeot's, and now this is like proper stuff. Look at the design. Makes new Audis look boring. Very nice.